This isn't for me. Sorry.
No problem.
There you go. The mic man over here.
I don't. Yeah, Fred, we'll make you come stand where Fred is.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Unfortunately, please make it clear that the CBS has nothing to do with this, because this is our backdrop.
We're just using their parking lot.
Is everyone ready?
Hang on, I'll drive
Are we
it.
good? Oh, thank you.
Major Malecki.
Okay, so good afternoon. I'm Major Pete Malecki with the Atlanta Police Department. Behind me, I have our homicide commander, Lieutenant Christopher Butler, and to my left, I have the Assistant Major Crimes Commander, Captain Jermaine Dearlove. So first of all, I want to thank everyone here, the community, for their patience as we worked through this difficult situation this morning. So around 7:30 this morning, our officers did respond to a 911 call for shots fired. That was at 2470 Cheshire Bridge. When officers arrived out there, they did notice indications of gunfire coming from a specific apartment. The officers went to clear that apartment. When they made entry into one of the back bedrooms, they were immediately met by gunfire from an individual who was barricaded in the apartment. Throughout that gunfire, we did have 2 officers sustain injuries. One suffered shrapnel injuries to his arm, and the other one suffered a gunshot wound to the head. Thankfully, it was a graze wound, so both of our officers are okay. They were checked out at Grady and subsequently cleared. The officers were able to pull back, establish a crime scene, a perimeter, which time we did call in our SWAT team, as you guys saw the heavy police activity in the area. And just moments ago, our SWAT team was able to successfully take that suspect into custody without any further injuries. So we're extremely grateful that no one in the community was injured and that we were able to take this guy into custody without incident. We did have 5 officers at that initial onset of gunfire that discharged their firearms. The suspect was not hit by gunfire, so we have requested the GBI to come in and assist us in leading the investigation. So I'm sure there's a lot of questions. We do not have that individual identified yet. I do not know what his relationship is yet to that apartment, whether he lived there, was a guest, or whatever. So we're just not sure. Now that the scene is safe, we'll begin to focus on the investigative process and get some of the answers to those questions.
This sounds like it was so close to being so much worse.
In that unit during that time of those shots fired. Are you guys finding out that there was a person in there at all when it happened?
So as of right now, the apartment has been cleared. We did not find any other individuals inside.
You had an officer grazed on the head, another shot. I mean, this is so close to being a real tragedy out here today, especially thinking about what's happening up north in Gwinnett County today.
I mean, we're extremely, extremely fortunate. I think when you have a situation like this, thankfully our training is on point. The officers are very well trained, and we're very fortunate that it didn't end in a tragedy today.
And talk about that pulling back, because you do the initial call, responding to an emergency, then you realize you have to pull back and bring in a different kind of a response.
Absolutely, and again, that's what we're trained for. That's why the officers undergo the training that they have. That's why we have a new public safety training center to provide top-notch training to our officers. And it's not just for the officers, but really it allows the best outcome for the community and keeping everyone safe. So, again, very fortunate.
Bridget, Bridget over here. Bridget,
was there like any negotiations or anything deployed to get him?
Absolutely, yeah. We did try to negotiate. Unfortunately, he would not come out, and that's what led to the lengthy standoff that took place.
Do you understand that there's other officers on that floor as well? Do you understand that if any of those officers that were shot lived by this individual?
So that, again, I don't know that yet. That's all part of the investigation that we have to really dig into at this point.
And that man that just drove by in the back of that car, was that the individual?
It is, yes. Yeah.
Let's make it clear that CBS has nothing to do with it. They just allowed us to use their phone.
Correct.
The suspect, was he armed with a long gun, handgun?
We still got to determine that now that the scene is safe. Once the GBI arrives on scene, we'll go in and begin processing that for evidence, and we'll hopefully have an answer to that shortly.
And that initial call, was that from someone in the apartment, someone in the apartment complex? How did you all end up out here?
Yeah, the 911 call came from the apartment complex. Yep.
Take us through what it went. Take us through what it went to get to this point. I mean, we saw people behind the apartment, in the apartment, ring video of it happening. I mean, take us through that.
Yeah, so again, once the initial incident took place, the officers followed their training. They pulled back, set up a perimeter, and that's to ensure that no one else is in danger going into the crime scene, and that, of course, that the suspect is unable to flee out and pose a danger to the community.
This caused widespread traffic problems and stuff. When was the last time you recall this big of a daily disruption?
Again, it certainly does cause a disruption, but safety to everyone is paramount, and so we will do what we need to do, obviously, to keep everyone safe. So I can't think of another time recently, but again, we do everything we can to expedite it while keeping everyone safe.
All right, thank you everyone for any
All right, thank you so
updates
much.
on our website, atlantapd.org.
Thank
I
you
don't know
so
which
much.
one is yours. Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
you. Have a wonderful rest of your
You
day.
too, thank
Nice
you.
to see you as always.
You too, take care. Thank you.